Hey guys, and welcome to another Factorio refactorizing video. As always, I'm here with ColonelWill.
Hello.
And today, we're going over a factory submitted by uh, MuadDib, I think. Sorry if I butcher that. I just have no idea. But yeah, so this is a fact. It's pretty big. There's definitely some good points to go over, and then some stuff that is iffy. So, so we're going to start here. And we have a train, and these are double-headed trains, which is good in our opinion. However, we have a bit of a loop.
4 out of 10
Yeah,
contains loops.
just wait. That one
Yeah,
was okay, but wait until we send this one off. You're gonna see
yeah,
the problem.
yeah.
All right, so there we go. He goes off, and he goes over to this left stone outpost. Now you would think he would just hang a left and be good to go. Oh,
Nope,
nope.
nope, 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 nope. There we go.
There we
Got
go.
it on second pass.
And it does
And he's off.
the same thing on the way in. It goes all the way around and then goes in.
Yeah.
Um,
Plus, the way this is signaled, there's no signals on the inside of this junction. So only one train, even though it's 4 lanes in, 4 lanes out, only one train can be in the middle at any one time. And if the trains were just a slightly little bit bigger, they would actually deadlock themselves inside the junction by snaking themselves.
mm-hmm.
Which I think we'll see if I grab the train, get him to come back. Come back.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens now, too. This isn't bad. The signaling at this crossover, I think, is pretty decent.
Yeah, that's.
But then, yep, here we go. You think he would just hang a right,
Yeah.
but
Oh dear.
yeah, if he was, what, maybe 2 or 3 wagons longer, he would have just crashed into him, snaked into himself.
Into himself, yeah. I've seen that before on a Twitch stream. That doesn't go well.
Yeah, not at all. So, loops, yeah. Our fix for this would be either signal on the inside or preferably just don't even do it at all. Just put just like a pretty simple junction here. You're really only going in 2 directions at that point.
Yeah, just a T junction would do fine.
Yeah.
Slightly modified, but it would be fine.
Yeah.
So
So
we've got trains going from left to right here. I don't quite understand why, but okay.
yeah, these are like little transfer systems. We'll get to it in a minute with the oil. Um, so power. This is interesting. We have solar. This is by no means. This is actually a pretty decent solar design. It's not a Zerti Mark III, but it's fairly
We call it
standard,
a
good
Mark II.
ratio.
It's not bad.
Yeah. However, the steam engines. Will and I decided this was maybe trying to be the like what rate? It's like the 2 or the 1.5 to
Yeah,
15.
1.5, 20 boilers, 1.5 pumps, 20 boilers, 15 steam engines, which is what we use when we build mega base power plants. But I've counted this a couple of times and I don't make sense of it. There's 2 pumps that go into 4 rows of 19, I think it was, boilers.
20, I think.
20. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's not quite right there. And then into 4 lots of 19 steam engines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
So I haven't actually worked out if this works, but my gut's telling me it doesn't work fully optimally.
no, and you'll look at this and see it's 100 degrees in full water, but that's because it's off. We're on solar right now. If we were to put a strain on this, I highly doubt it would work at full efficiency because the ratio is pretty off, I think.
Yeah. And I've just spotted something that would make it definitely not work. These burner inserters, which is good to use burner inserters for boilers, definitely. But the trouble is this is feeding off of a red belt. Now, burner inserters can only grab off of a yellow belt when it's working, when the belt's actually moving at quite a pace. So what will happen is, if I might be able to quickly demonstrate it, actually.
I think we'll have to pull some out of these boilers.
No, the belt. But the belt was slightly.
Yeah, well, this one, it showed for a minute that some of these were having issues grabbing.
Mhm.
You see,
What
they're
will
like
happen is
missing
it'll
it.
use up its internal buffer of power, run out because it never gets a piece of coal. and then stop working, and then your whole power plant will shut down.
Mm-hmm.
I've had it happen many times. Yeah, if you're feeding coal into burners, you can only use yellow power. You can have red up to here, but as soon as they're actually grabbing, it needs to be yellow.
Yeah. So there's that. Now down to the smelters, I believe.
Yeah, just we got Zoe's favorite little rebalancer thing here that's completely not needed.
Yep, you could just go straight down. Works totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then our smelters. So we have a pretty good 4-lane balancer. We kind of went over this previously.
Oh, yeah,
and there was a huge debate in chat, or in the comments.
Yeah, one way or another, this is missing a splitter. You either need it here, or there's the trend seems to be to put it on the outside these days here, but either way, it's missing a splitter.
Yep. So the smelters, one good thing is it's not a fake 4-lane. This is actually a legitimate for both iron and copper 4-lane. We have 4, maybe even more than that, sets of smelters for each type. So that's good. However, the ratio is a bit off. I mean, I can see, obviously they're out of room at this point, but I think you kind of will. This is what, like 15?
Yeah, I think it was. I can just check.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
16.
Okay, so 16 on each side, which isn't even up to red belt. Red belt for steel furnace is 24 on each side, and we actually have blue belt output, so you would need actually even a little more than double this on each side to support a blue belt.
Yeah, to have it actually, if there was actually strain on it, it looks good because it's not moving, but if you actually put a good strain on that, it wouldn't fill the belt. But there is room to expand if that was the plan. You could move the whole, you could build to the right. There's nothing there.
Yeah, overall, good smelter design, pretty standard.
Yeah. Do you want to do? Should we do this where you were twitching over here about something purple?
Yeah. So we have purple science. We have
all the purple science.
About 20 times more than we need. So purple science, right? And now this is possible because I myself got confused about this. Like when I kind of first started, and it took me a long time to figure it out. Is I thought it was a 1-to-1, right? I thought that one goop gave you one pack. And maybe that's what they were thinking here. I think they are a fairly new player. But one goop actually gives you 10 packs. So having this many of these is like overkill to the max. I don't know the exact ratio, but I believe 1 or maybe 2 at the most of these can like support an equal amount of science being done as like this many blue things. I
think 2 should do it.
Yeah, 2. So
without productivity, maybe more if you productivity in them.
Mm-hmm. So this could be literally just 2 of these, and it would still like be comparable to the other science you're doing. And the other science, we've gone over this before. Ratio's a little bit off. This is however many packs. I don't even have a blueprint to measure with. There we go. I can make a blueprint. So this thing, the blue science is
18 tool.
Yeah, 18, and these are
green's the same, red's 16, but they're level 1s.
Yeah, it's actually kind of mixed. I see a few level 2s in there.
I guess it's on the upgrade list.
Yeah. So blues, if you want it to be the same ratio as these, it needs to be a lot more. An easy way, for anyone who doesn't know, an easy way to figure it out is just look at the craft time, and you can go off of base rate, meaning that you don't take into account the assembler speed, which you don't really need to if all the assemblers are the same level. So blue takes 12 seconds. If you want 1 a second, you build 12 assemblers, all of the same level. Green takes 6, so you build 6. Red takes 5 seconds, so you build 5, or multiples of that.
Lots of multiples.
Yeah.
Go big or go home.
Yep.
Oh wait, no.
Nope.
That's bad things happen.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to say I like this design. This is nice and neat. It's my sort of thing. Especially this. Yeah. I used to do this for the longest time.
Yeah.
1 to 1 to 1 to 1. Really works well for science.
Yep, direct insertion too is really good.
Same here with the engines, because it is a 1-to-1 ratio.
Mm-hmm.
At the moment, that's going to change in 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were twitching down here as well, I
Modules
think.
a bit off. This is kind of the right ratio. It's actually close, really close, actually. It's 4 to 2 to 1, I believe. Not for prods, for speed. Sorry, over here. So, I believe it's 4 to 2 to 1. So there's an extra one here. And then these are actually 5 to 2.5 to 1. So typically, I think you do more than that. You do like 10 to 5 to 2.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. I don't quite know what's going on with these belts. They give me a headache, but they look pretty.
Yeah, they look pretty cool.
Colourful. Yeah, I'm sure this could be cut down. You could do this with a lot less belt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's over-engineered. This thing here, I mean, I get what's happening. We've got 2 full lanes of each, and we want 4 lanes with half each. But I don't think you need to engineer it this much. You could just merge them and then split them.
Mm-hmm. And then if you want to mention really quick, Will, our bus is a 4 out of 10. The bus here is a loop.
It loops. Yeah. Oh, how do I get on the inside?
Oh, how did you get on the inside? I like this though. This is a nice central storage area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's in the center.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but this bus, I don't even know where it starts and ends. Hence I guess the term the loop. But there's inputs at top right, and then it just outputs. But it could just end. Where does it stop? I think the last thing that splits off I'm looking at the iron. Here, I think, is the last thing, so it doesn't need to go anywhere past here.
Yeah, a little bit splits off.
Just let it back up. Oh, yeah.
For batteries, but still, like you said, if you if you stop it here and let it back up, it pretty much has the same effect as looping it, except without having to loop it.
Mm-hmm. It does absolutely nothing to loop it back around and back in again, except cause a headache
and
here.
Take more belts.
And this, yeah, and you end up with this. This exists apparently.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Not like the worst thing. Definitely seeing, things that would, have a worse impact, but definitely want to try to avoid the loops. And then we come down here, and Will was having some issues.
Oh dear. I can handle some buffer storage. More than Zuri can, but oh dear. Okay, so this empty belt over here is where the full oil barrels come in. Remember this tree? I think we'll end up back here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we don't go around all day. So this is full oil barrels coming in. We go down here. We then get unbarreled straight away. And we'll do the empty barrels, I guess. So
yeah,
empty barrels come back this way. Go into this, and I think you calculate it's about 250,000 empty barrels being buffered.
No, less than that for the empties. It's more like 24,000.
So 24,000 empty barrels.
There's 250,000 in this build. We'll get there in a minute, but
I knew that number was coming up. All right. So then the empty barrels, we go this way.
Yep.
Come on, keep up.
I'm trying. So we go through.
Go up here.
Through the bus.
More empty barrels get added in.
Yeah.
Go up here.
So I don't even know how many empty barrels are on this belt buffer, and I think we've mentioned before, belt buffers are almost worse than chest buffers.
Mm-hmm. Little coal bunker there. I'm okay with that though.
And thank you, Steve. We come up here.
Hey, so
this
is sorry, go.
No, I was just gonna say. So this is where an oil train with full barrels comes in, and then gets unloads the full barrels and loads the empty barrels. So it unloads the full here, and now where do we go?
Right, so we go this way.
We go under here.
Onto another train,
Oh, yep, to another train.
which goes. Oh,
Oh,
hello,
shoot.
train. Watch out.
That was close.
Nearly had you. It's only a little train. You go from there to there.
Yeah.
Still got you. Right. So we get unloaded again for a double buffer.
And we
We
take
come down
this.
here. Down here for a needless rebalancer.
We come on down. Now keep your eyes out.
Because we should see our tree.
Hey, there we go.
Hey. Hello, tree.
We're back. Wow,
I killed him.
that's rude. So
Mine all trees.
we essentially have a mixed belt train loop. Looking at it, that full oil train that came in over to the left where the empty barrels were being loaded, it stopped like right before several circuit belts. Those circuit belts could be undergrounded, and the train could just go straight through to where this belt actually originates at the unloader up top, instead of having two different trains transferring back and forth.
Yeah. And if you're going that far, you could turn the railway line south a bit and bring it right down and unload right here and do away with the whole belt altogether.
Yeah.
I think my biggest gripe with this whole build is that we're buffering and boxing up the empty barrels, not the full ones. It'd be much better and very simple to change this around so that you store the barrels when they're full, because you get much better density of oil stored in barrels than you do tanks, which is down here.
Yeah, so essentially this should be in place of this. This massive buffer should not be for empties, but be in place of the full, be in place of this. Be full barrel storage down here instead of all these tanks.
Yeah.
Speaking of
You need
tanks,
a lot less barrels. I heard you like storage tanks, don't I?
yeah, I mean this isn't too bad, right? We got one of each. Well, a couple extras here.
Yeah, I can see what's going. This is to control the flow from heavy to light.
Yeah, we have some nice circuit conditions, which are good.
Yeah. I was actually like, oh, this is okay. We got some loop. All right.
Yeah, a bit too much
But
heavy to light cracking.
Yeah, but we got a pipe here. We could, maybe it's temporary. I do this myself, so all right, we can use that up and get rid of it. Okay, all right, that's fine.
And
all good.
Then
we come over here.
And oh dear.
So we got some heavy and some light extra. All right, we got.
I mean, a bit more than we would want. Quite a bit more, but fairly standard.
Yeah.
But this.
These aren't. This is. I've never seen this before.
This is like. This is a lot.
I almost need to roll around in it. Can I go swimming?
Sure. You'll be swimming for a long time.
Yeah.
So we've gone over tanks multiple times. We're not going to go into the whole explanation. Gist of it is, you don't want any of these. Because I think there was one petroleum tank back at the beginning. That's all you want.
Yeah.
If
that's full, you can make more red circuits, basically.
Yeah, this is.
Or you're good on oil.
This is just not a good idea. And on top of that, we
got this beautiful thing, all this petroleum.
Mm-hmm.
This is enough red circuit production here to build a mega base with, and more.
Yeah, and more.
And
then
what do we do?
We're taking the petroleum and we're turning it into solid fuel, which I think was not last video, but the one before that. We went over the disadvantages to turning petroleum into solid fuel rather than light oil into solid fuel. So we have all these boxes with 2,400 solid fuel in each, and each solid fuel from petroleum takes 2 petroleum per solid fuel. So I calculated there's nearly 200,000 petroleum gas worth of solid fuel sitting right here that is now impossible to use for anything else. Like, it's pretty much just wasted, because as far as we could tell, we could be missing something. We didn't search the entire map, but as far as we can tell, there's not even rocket part production or rockets, so I'm not really sure what this is even used for.
Yeah, it's not needed for power because there's plenty of coal and there's solar.
Yeah, So you've essentially turned 200,000 petroleum into something that you can't do anything with.
Makes me sad.
Yeah. So
I want to build a mega base out of this.
yeah, this would fuel a lot of trains. We could probably use this much for our trains on our 15 map, but
I want to take it with me.
Yeah,
I'm taking this.
We can export this, right?
Yeah. Fill your pockets.
I don't have enough room. So that covers it. And I do want to mention, because it may sound like we're being incredibly critical. That's not the intention. It's the intention is to look at a factory, find things that are wrong with it, go over them, and just emphasize the points. So what may sound critical is just us emphasizing things that could be improved upon. And don't get us wrong. This is by no means like a bad factory. There's a lot of good stuff going on here. We just, it does more good, I think, for a learning point of view to cover things that need improvement rather than everything that's good.
Yeah, I like this path though.
Yeah, this is really nice. I like this path.
It's OCD as well. You see?
Yeah.
See what he's done? Underground goes 4 tiles under.
That makes Will super happy.
It does.
I
like that.
So yeah, even though we pointed out some stuff, we may have sounded critical.
Yeah. This is a good build.
Yeah, this is a really good build here, actually, too.
Yeah, I love this one. We use this in a lot of our early game bases.
Mm-hmm. Another good example of this inserter thing, making stack inserters, really nice here.
Yep. It's kind of a make everything area, really. I like that. It's not easy to do a make everything belt based without it turning into a huge pile of belt. But yeah, this is really neat.
Mm-hmm.
I think the little Skynet build.
Yep. Green circuits, the belts are a little wonky, but good ratios, direct insertion, no copper cable on a belt. This is really good. I like this red circuit factory. Like I said, there's plenty of really good stuff, and we just went over some stuff that definitely could be improved.
Yeah. One thing I have just noticed, this is one belt of green circuits, but then gets split into 4. You really don't need to do that. You could keep this as one circuit belt going all the way around. It'd be absolutely fine, because you can only input one belt no matter how much you need. There is only one belt coming in, so you don't need 4 going round and round and round in circles.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that pretty much covers it. It looks like, looking at the map, they have a nice wall perimeter set up. They have some outposts.
Mm-hmm. Fair play for this amount of biters, though. This is quite seriously infested, and they're attacking as well all the time, all over the place.
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous, but I think that covers it. And yeah, I hope you guys found this helpful and learned some stuff. Pretty much the main takeaways are no loops if possible, no massive buffer storage if possible, and please, no, not that many storage tanks in turning petroleum into solid fuel.
Yep.
So. And
no roundabouty things that trains do, odd things. Where's this one go?
Oh. There we go.
There it goes. He found it.
He found it finally. It's like a little merry-go-round.
Oh, I think this is the only one that's okay.
Yeah, that one's pretty decent.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good spot to end. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Any feedback you have, love to hear down in the comments. And I believe that's it, unless you have any last thoughts, Will.
Nope, I think that's everything.
Alrighty. Awesome. Well, really interesting factory. It was fun to go over. And until next time, we will see you later.
Take care.